See the difference between let var const in JavaScript. This is one of the most asked questions. So the first difference is regarding the scope. Variable is a function scope, while let and const are block scope. So let's see an example of this. So the block means everything reside inside these curly braces will be the block. So here you can see we have declared a variable x equals to 10 and we are printing it outside the block. So it's give us output 10 correctly. So because the reason is variable is not a block scope, it's a function scope. If we change it to let or const, this will give us an error that x is not defined and we are printing it. So same goes for const, it gives us an error. So this is one of the difference. Now another example is they say variable is hoisted, but it's let and const is also hoisted, but it's not initialized. So what is the example? Let's see an example for this. And besides this, there is one more interview question that usually interviewer ask is to print the output of this. So you can see, uh, can you guess the output? So hopefully you say 0 1 2, but it's not the case. It's going to be print 3 3 3, 3 times 3. The main reason is it's not a block scope. We are using a variable over here, and set timeout is going to be called right after 100 millisecond. During this time the I value is changed to 3, that is why it's printing 3. If we need to maintain the order of uh, uh, maintain the order, so we can change it to let. Now what it does, it's now become the block scope, so it's maintain all its value. So this will give us 0 1 2. So now let's go with the hoist value. So what hoist do, it moves declaration to the top. So here you can see we have declare a variable hoist and we are printing it right above this. So can you guess the output? So it will say undefined and it's not giving us an error. So this is what hoist refer to. So when we declare a variable a hoist or we declare a function, so what it does, it moves the declaration to the top, means uh, this will move in the above, and same goes for this variable hoist is moved on the top, not its value. Please note that only declaration is moved on the top, not exactly values. Same if we try to print it in the above, this is going to print and not give us an error. So function also moved to the top. Here you can see hoist is printed. Actually what it does, in when we declare the variables or functions, when JavaScript engine start running, it's create a memory, and what it does, it declare all the, so here you can see variable, when we defined a variable city, it's during memory creation it's assign its value to undefined. And same goes for function, what it does, it's going to be point the reference for this. So this is how we can print it right above the code and it's not give us an error. But it's not a case with the let and const. If we try to change it to let, so this gives us an error that cannot access hoist before initialization. So this also hoists, but it goes into temporal dead zone. So temporal dead zone is a state in which this variable is not currently available. So hoist is currently is in the state of temporal dead zone. The temporal dead zone will be finished right after this. So if we do this now, this will work fine. Same goes for const variable. So this is what we refer to the hoist. Reassignment is possible with var and not with const. One of the major difference that if we try to update the z value and variable 30 variable, this will work fine. Same goes for let, it will not complain, but when we change it to const, const means constant value, that is not going to be updated, so this will give us an error assignment to constant variable. But it's not the case with the object, because object are nested property, and we mostly what we do, it's maintain the reference, so we can change its inner value, so this will work fine. So reinitialization is not possible with the const. One more difference between let and var is, if we do variable a equals to 10 and again variable a equals to uh, 11, this will not complain us. But if we change it to let a equals to 10 and again let a equals to 10, means redeclare two times, this will give us an error that identifier a has already been declared. Now the last difference is block scope, that I have already explained you the difference between scope. So what we have to choose, so previously we don't have let and const, these are introduced in ES6. So we have to avoid variable, it's outdated and can lead to bugs. As you can see here, a couple of examples I have shown. So we always have to prefer a const. Const should be prioritized, and let's say we have to reinitialize or redeclare some value, then we have to go with let. And there might be possibility that we have to go with the var somehow somewhere, but mostly these two should be preferred. Hopefully you get it.